Hey everyone, Razzbowski here, and welcome to this Five Nights at Freddy's update and information video. Scott has been posting a couple of things on the Five Nights at Freddy's 4 general discussions page that are very important to the Five Nights at Freddy's franchise. So, the first topic is going to be called, Is the Book Canon? Now, Scott posted this because obviously the Five Nights at Freddy's novel is out and everybody's excited, looking for extra clues in the Five Nights at Freddy's lore and mythos. However, a lot of people who have read the book are thinking that it isn't canon. Now, I'm not going to spoil anything for you because a lot of people want to read the book themselves. However, this is what Scott has to say on the subject. I wanted to talk about this a little bit to put everyone's minds at ease. I've gotten a lot of emails, even angry ones, complaining that the book doesn't match up with one or more of the games. Even some of the reviews on Amazon chastise the book for not matching the games. Something that I should have explained very early on is that the book is not intended to solve anything. It's not intended to be a guide for the games or to fill in the gaps. The games are what they are, and as I stated before, the story is finished. Something that I said in one of the forum threads about this is that sometimes the lore is something that can become so crowded that you can't tell an original story anymore. The games in the book should be considered to be separate continuities, even if they do share many familiar elements. So yes, the book is canon, just as the games are. That doesn't mean that they are intended to fit together like two puzzle pieces. I would actually ask anyone wanting to read the book, even if you are a devout fan of the games, to read the book for the sake of enjoying the book and don't try to solve anything. The book is a reimagining of the Five Nights at Freddy's story, and if you go into it with that mindset, I think you will really enjoy it. Smiley face. So there we go, Scott has cleared up a little bit of information regarding whether the book is canon or not. So he's saying that, well, he did tell us before, in all fairness, that Five Nights at Freddy's 4 solves the whole of the storyline, so everything we need to know is actually solved within the games itself. The book itself is almost like an alternate reality, an alternate timeline sort of thing. So everything that we know and love from the games is in the book, but it doesn't add any extra elements to the storyline. If we want to solve the storyline, it's already all within the games. And he mentioned in the post as well, if I remember correctly, that some things don't translate from games to books. I mean, the lore that's in the games can only stretch so far, so you're obviously going to have to add different elements to a book or a movie to make it worthwhile, to make it entertaining. Things don't translate as easy as we perhaps want them to, and it's going to happen. It's going to happen. I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad that the book isn't... Well, the book is canon. He's saying the book is canon. I mean, he's sticking to everything that he wrote before, but it's not going to fit together with the game entirely. A lot of the game is similar to the book, but there are different elements from the book that aren't perhaps in the game. So, he's very clever in a way that if you love Five Nights at Freddy's, so you're going to read the book, you're going to enjoy the book because it's essentially the same. It's just got little twists and interesting intrigue added into the book as well, which I think is fantastic. I have no complaints over it. So the book is standalone, the games are standalone, we don't mix them together, but they do have crossing similarities. The book isn't intended to solve the Five Nights at Freddy's games because they, on their own, solve the story. I'm cool with that. Hope you guys are too. Anyway, let's move on to the next little bit of news, Scott said. Moving forward, in this post, Scott discusses the future of Five Nights at Freddy's, which I think is very important. Okay. Hey, I want to talk to you about one more thing. First of all, I appreciate all of you. I think this is an incredible fan base. Even with the troublemakers over in the subreddit, it's still a great community, winky face. What bothers me is that I get a lot of emails and see a lot of forum posts from people who are either worried or disappointed that the games are losing popularity, or that the community is dying, or there isn't the type of hype there used to be. Guys, that's normal. Five Nights at Freddy's was never supposed to stay on top of the world. It was a viral hit, but that could never last. It's just not the way the internet works. Most viral things come and go within a month. Sometimes it's just within a few weeks. Five Nights at Freddy's got a whole year, and I think that's incredible. But there are always going to be new great games like Undertale, which is awesome, and many others. The next viral hit might strike tomorrow. I'm going to be making more games, even though FNAF World will be the last FNAF game. And who knows, maybe another book. But these things aren't intended to keep the franchise on top. That would be impossible, and that's not my goal. So everyone relax, enjoy the games, enjoy life. Enjoy the next big thing, enjoy the next big movie, and enjoy the next big game. Five Nights at Freddy's isn't going anywhere. It will always be around, lurking in the shadows like a murderous animatronic pirate fox. Winky face. So there we go, guys. Scott's addressing a couple of issues here that he's been experiencing via email, and the main thing about it is that Fnaf World will be the last FNAF game. So there we go. FNAF World is the final FNAF game. That is, it's a little bit saddening as... Well, what are we supposed to get? What's he supposed to do next? Like, he has already said that FNAF 4 solves the whole of the FNAF story, and there's no FNAF 5. There's no need for a FNAF 5 there. And FNAF World is going to be going back to his RPG elements, and it's kind of introducing us into a different style of games from him. And he said he's going to continue games development. So, I mean, I think we should all, if you've enjoyed Five Nights at Freddy's, I think we should continue supporting Scott on whatever game, whatever venture he is moving on next. And who knows, maybe another book. So it sounds like another Five Nights at Freddy's book is going to be coming in the future. But we have the FNAF World to look forward to. We have the FNAF movie to look forward to. If you haven't finished reading the novel, we have that to look forward to as well. And maybe even another book. So there's plenty of FNAF to go around at the moment, ladies and gentlemen. It is not dying anytime soon, like Scott said. And, I am fine with that. I am fine with that. It's a shame that we're not going to be getting a FNAF 5. But hey, man, I bet the guy's got some fantastic ideas for games that aren't FNAF related. But there we go, guys. The book is and isn't canon at the same time. Kind of clears it up, but kind of leaves it mysterious if you haven't read the book. But if you're looking to solve the story, you won't do that within the novel. But there we go. Enjoy the novel for what it is. Speaking of the novel, if you guys haven't been following the channel recently, I've been reading the first 4 chapters here on the channel. We've got chapters 1 and halfway through 2 complete, and I'm really enjoying it. So there will be a playlist on the screen right now. Go and click that and check it out for yourselves. But either way, guys, if you enjoyed today's video, hit that like button, and I'll see you all very soon for some more FNAF related material. I've been Razzbowski, you've been the beautiful bastards as always for watching, and I love each and every single one of you. Goodbye!